Hi everybody, it's Brittany again from Barre. I'm coming to you one more time from my apartment. I might be coming to you a lot during this challenge from my apartment because half of it is going to happen at home. So today I'm going to take you through our 7 tips. I just did 6. Our 7 tips for how to get you, your family, your life, your kitchen ready for Whole30. So our first tip is to have a family meeting. Those that you live with, your children, your spouse, your roommates, have a conversation with them. Are they going to be 110% supportive of your journey for the next 30 days? Are they going to try to do it with you? And if they're going to try to do it with you, are they going to be themselves like 110% into this? I did something very similar I've mentioned in the past, and when I did it before, my husband was like 120% supportive of you. Myself doing it, maybe 80. So what we figured out was that at home he would be completely compliant with me, but if he happened to go to work without like a lunch or a breakfast packed, then I would just be like, okay, that's fine. And for us, it worked really, really well. So going into this again, that's going to be our same situation. If you live alone, do you have someone like coworkers or friends that you eat meals with a lot? That's something to think about, already pre-planning. Are they going to be supportive? And then do you have someone else that you can reach out to be a support system to you when you do have a moment of weakness during this challenge? The second tip is learn what is Whole30 approved. So if you've never read the book, I highly recommend you read the book because there's a lot of information in there about how food affects your body and kind of the theory behind like why we're going to be eating what we're eating for the next 30 days. If you want to tell me that you don't have time to read a book in a week, you do. Get the audiobook. I guarantee you're going to have 8 hours where you're either doing nothing, so like instead of flipping on the TV at night, or where you're driving, walking the dogs, chauffeuring kids around, cooking, cleaning, even taking a shower, putting on makeup, anything that you're doing, you can be listening to an audiobook. It's only like 8 hours. So you have 8 hours this week where you can be listening to the book. And I think that it will just give you a lot more information. I think it'll actually kind of help motivate you, especially if you're kind of on the fence about this whole thing and you're like, well, Brittany's kind of like talking me into it. Good, that's my goal. So read the book, find out like what is Whole30 approved, what is not, so you know what you're going to be eating for the next month. Number 3 is clean out your kitchen. This can mean 2 things. So one is literally go through your pantry, go through your fridge, items that are not Whole30 compliant, separate them out. My suggestion is to actually get them out of your house. I did this when I did it the first time. I didn't exactly do Whole30, but I did something similar. I literally bagged up everything. I gave it to my family, to my friends. This time, we are going to be collecting donations in both of our studios from Tuesday through to when it starts on Monday. You can bring in canned foods. It's all going to go to Mary's Kitchen. Please don't bring like opened perishable stuff. Find a family member or a friend or somebody else, or maybe there's another charity that will take that type of stuff. But we're going to be doing like canned food, anything that's like packaged but not opened. And then also it is going to go to Mary's Kitchen. They basically provide meals for the homeless, which has been like a big issue in Orange County. So we're also going to collect other things that they need, such as like, deodorant, toothbrushes, just stuff like that that can be handed out. We'll have a whole list for you guys. So we're going to wrap that into our challenge too, doing something a little good for the community. So if you're not going to actually physically get the stuff out of your house, then seal it away in bags. If it's in the fridge, put it in like a dark hidden corner in the back of the fridge. Maybe move it out of the pantry into a different room of your house, or whatever's sanitary, but get it out of sight, out of mind. I really do encourage you to actually get it out of the house because it's so much harder to be like, yeah, I'm just going to have like one chip. If you have to walk yourself to the store, get the bag of chips, check out, walk yourself home, open the bag, and then have one. In that process, you'll talk yourself out of it. The other thing is, if you haven't organized your kitchen, like you don't normally cook, and so this whole cooking thing is new, open your cabinets, find out what you have. Do you have food storage containers? Do you have mixing bowls? Do you have pans? You don't have to get crazy with the baking, but kind of get everything organized. Number 4 is get caught up kind of in your life, anything that's going to be stressing you out. So if you have a ton of laundry that you know has been sitting in the corner that needs to get done, or for me, I have just some paperwork that's been stacking up on my desk that's not like super urgent, but it's stuff that I do need to get to and do need to get done. So my goal for next week is going to be to go through like all the mail, get all the miscellaneous paperwork done and filed and off my plate so I don't have to worry about it. For my husband, it's going to be the honey-do list that he's had that hasn't got done. That's what he's going to be accomplishing this week, so I don't have to think about it. I have to worry about it. So whatever it is, maybe it's a project for your kids or whatever it is for your life, figure it out, try to get it accomplished this week. Number 5 is super easy. Join our support group on Facebook. And if you're curious and you're watching this video and you're like, but I don't know if I'm gonna do the challenge, join our support group anyway, because it's not gonna just be for Whole30. We're gonna kickstart the Facebook group with Whole30, but we are gonna turn it into kind of a general Tone Bar community Facebook page. So, you know, for example, if you've been stalking us and you're new and you're nervous about trying a class, that's where you can hop on and kind of ask like, hey, I'm new, I'm nervous, and us instructors, but also actual community members of our studio can give you advice. You know, it's gonna kind of be a sounding board, if you will, for questions, concerns, anything really outside of our studio, so we can kind of stay connected in one more way. Number 6 is to start meal and snack planning. Now, I'm not asking you to do like a whole month-long calendar of everything you're gonna eat. My suggestion is start with the first week. So plan out, you know, from breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks, like what are you gonna eat for that first week? That way you can start putting together your grocery list, and you can also start, you know, just kind of prepping and planning. Maybe there's stuff you can buy if you haven't done this before, like ghee or coconut oil that isn't perishable, that you could just already grab while you're at the store this week. So it's one thing off your list that you don't have to worry about. The other thing is, if you are doing this for the first time, after the first week, you're gonna kind of learn, like, I liked this, I didn't like that, I was still hungry this day, I made way too much food, I made too little food. So if you do get ambitious and do more than 1 week of meal planning, like, power to you, that's amazing. Just know you are gonna need to tweak it a little bit, most likely. And the last thing, the goal is to start prepping some freezer meals. So my goal is going to be 1 to 2 meals. I maybe we'll do 3 or 4. It just kind of depends how my week goes. What I'm planning to do is figure out meals that I will put in the crock pot, and then kind of prepare the meat, prepare everything that's going to go in the crock pot in one bag, get it prepped this week, throw it in the freezer. And then I know like a day or 2 before my crock pot meal, I got to just pull it out of the freezer, let it defrost, let it cook in the crock pot, and it's like something super simple, super easy, so that you don't have to necessarily start from scratch every single day. And that's it. I'm at the end of my list. Those are our 7 things to get yourself ready for this challenge. If you have questions, leave a comment, ask us, send us a DM, join the Facebook group and put your question there so that everybody can see our answers. But other than that, that's it. Those are our 7 tips to get ready this week. I'm super excited to continue this journey with you guys. Thanks. Bye.